Hey guys, Monday, September 5th. I'm live. We're figuring it out. Let's go. Okay, man, it looks like I've got the wrong screen pulled up, so hopefully that does the trick, guys. And we should be live, so now we can get into it. Just make sure I've got everything going on here. Got that set up. Oops. Looks like we jumped the wrong screen here. Okay, sorry about that. Having all kinds of difficulties this morning with OBS. Sometimes when you're using free software, I don't like that. Come on, stop changing. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, that's not going to work. So what we're going to do... Okay, so it should be good. Okay, I'll probably change on me again. Okay, good. Here we are. All right. Little Monday morning issues. I apologize. It's unfortunate because I still feel like at this point I should be well rehearsed and make sure everything's ready to go beforehand. But I got in late last night. I was traveling all weekend, so a little behind little bit behind here, and so hopefully I can bring you guys back up to speed. If you guys recall, Friday was a strong close, so we should be giving up some of it. I know I see Apple closed near 190, and now it's already pulled back. It's at 187, so we'll watch Apple. Looks like kind of across the board everything's pulled back, which is healthy, right? Like you can't just go straight up, you can't just go straight down. But I don't really see much. Google seems a little strong, not down much. But we'll continue to watch it. The dollar is higher, but it's come off since it started trading this morning. So that's good. Hopefully everybody had a great Labor Day. And we can have these bugs worked out so by the end of the week we can have a professional experience. But you guys aren't here just for the professional experience. You guys are here to see some successful trading. So hopefully I can bring that to you. I am going to see if I can't. I would like to give you guys that. So let me just make sure that we're live. Okay, I think we are all set there. Okay. Okay. So obviously with the way things are kind of coming into the open here, me not being quite ready, I will want to wait till the open to make any initial trades. And we will kind of see what we can do from there. I am a little bit under the weather today, so I will be honest with you. If this was a live account that I'd be set up to trade, I have a rule where if I am not 100%, I do not trade. Why? It doesn't take a lot to make mistakes in the trading game at all. Super easy. And so if you're not 100%, if you have a headache, whatever it might be, you have to take note of that because your mental trading game is the most important aspect. It's anybody can click a mouse, but when to do it and making sure you're of clear headspace is vital, absolutely vital. So I had a good Friday. I know I didn't live trade. I was going to make a post, but didn't get to it because of YouTube's rules. But we're here today. Finally got live. I apologize for all the issues. We'll see if there's anything else that we can do here. Try to give you guys some insights. and hopefully everyone's ready to go. So I want to just quickly, I know, let's see here. I don't usually like to have TradingView pulled up. All right. Let's go ahead and close this window because that's in the browser, and I like to be on their desktop application. Okay, getting settled in here, guys. I just want to pull up some charts. Being that it's the end of the month, I always recommend that people look at the monthly charts. Obviously, we all know August was a down month, but that doesn't mean everything was down. So we'll see what we can do here. And now it says we've got a concurrent. I don't know here, guys. Pull up a daily. So this is kind of a. So again, if you're looking at this, I got an alert on that line. I still see some room to the upside here within Amazon. Pretty healthy looking bar though on the daily. I know it's red, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Some nice movement here. We have not filled the gap. It looks like we're going to kind of open down here. Maybe we come back a little bit before we go back on further. Again, I trade NQ, so that's what I'm looking at right here to this zone that I expect us to kind of mess with, and it makes sense that we have a pause there. Microsoft, not a lot of indication. As you guys know, I've been using Carvana right up to the 78.6 retracement from the all-time, well, the recent highs, I should say. Pretty much 1 year ago, we were back at that level. So we'll watch this area. Carvana has been a good indicator for me if the market wants to be green or red. There we go. Okay. Now we're cooking here, guys. So hopefully everyone can still see my screen. And now we lost everything. Oh, coming back. Give it a second here. Whew. Got some lines here we can bring in. These are some levels that I had from Thursday, I believe. I marked this up, and it really worked well for me on Friday, so we'll continue. We'll obviously give it some upside targets since we see that these are all above where the market is right now. And now my studies aren't showing up. But you can see, look at that perfect resistance right to that first line I had, and then we come back to look above. So third time we could get rejected again, but generally the more times it touches a level, the less strong it is. So we can expect at some point, if it goes back up there, it should break on through. just kind of looks like things are a little bit off all the way around. So we'll see. I will be a little bit nervous to trade, so I'm going to have a secondary window. Okay, there we go. You just always want to have backups. You want to be able to exit with, more than one way. I use my phone as another device, usually logged in, just in case something happens. I've had issues where I've hit a threshold where they basically kind of lock you out of making trades, and I thought it was more relevant to the device I was having. So, I just recommend anyone that is a trader always have multiple sources available to you. If that's just your computer and your phone, that's better than zero. Ideally, you'd have a backup internet connection as well, which again, for me and my phone, having that cellular connection can always come in handy. Looks like I'm having some issues with my indicators. We'll just keep an eye on things. Nice buyback here after that quick liquidation. So again, I'm not 100%. I will be trading no more than one contract at a time, and I will be done as soon as possible today. I will be trading for no more than 90 minutes this morning, but if I hit my target, if I get a runner and I time it right and I hit my target, I am closing the trade, walking away, and calling it a day. And hopefully when I come back tomorrow, everything will be figured out. So thanks again for being here. I guess one other thing I like to look at is, again, I look at a 3-day volume profile. I monitor ES and NQs, so we'll take note of that. You can see if you can see, we're perfectly within balance again, within the 3-day range. Sorry, I know when I turn my head, you guys don't hear me as well, but you can see we're kind of coming right. We're at the bottom of the range, so a drive up to POC would make sense, but we will confirm when we see what the market wants to do. If I see buying in Apple, we will keep note of that and see if we can kind of continue. However, just based off of how the end of the month and Friday played out, I would not be surprised if we make a move lower. So we will keep an eye on that. 5 more minutes to the open. Thanks again for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like this live stream so we can get more people involved and we can share this with even more people. So hopefully everyone is doing better than I have been. Share this. And I just wanted to take a quick peek. It does look like we are all set there. Okay, I am getting some issues here, so I do apologize if you guys do not have a super solid connection. I will take note of that. That is super unfortunate. It looks like something happened with my settings. So, again, hopefully we don't have to scrap everything today, but I have noted that there has been issues, so we will see what we can do. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing a couple things here on the other screen. Just having some issues, just about everything today. So again, thanks for being here. I'm going to hopefully be all set live here soon, and we can get this going. Go. Okay, kind of making a move back up here. My indicator has said go long. Now we are long on the 15-second as well, so we'll see. I do not trade that pre-market. I start watching from about 6 a.m. on overnight. There's not enough movement for my indicator to be extremely ideal, so we'll see, but nice bite into the open here. Okay. Less than a minute. Okay, does look like the stream has come back healthy, so perfect timing right before the open. We are getting indication that everything is all set, so hopefully you guys are ready to go. More ready than I was this morning, and we can have a successful trading day. But I do see us making a move back up here. There we go. We're live. Here's the touch. Good rejection. Let's see if we start to move. Good buying here across the board. I'm going to buy a piece. Oh, selling starting. Set my goal there. There we go. Getting buying back here. A little bit of selling now. Not a lot of movement for a Monday though. No clear direction given, so good to be on hand. The first trade was successful. I'll take it. Still looks strong. Big move here by Netflix. Pull back in Amazon. So kind of sit on hands here, guys. So now this is get a little time here while we're watching the market pull back. Overnight goes right up to my level, sells off, comes back up, look above before the open, and now we've done a look above. So we should go if this gets going again here, guys. At least making a play up to this 10 level, which was really key yesterday. On Friday. But getting more selling in tech. Sectors are split. 3 out of 11 are down. Oh, 4 of 11 are down, up more. But it does look like we're flipping a little bit here, though. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Some more sellings come in. Netflix is super strong. Very strong Netflix. Tesla's very strong. If we can get anything else going here, we might have a little bit of a morning. Energy is now up considerably, up the highest out of any sector. But boom, we had, I call it screens going green, so I watch all 11 sectors from the open. And if I see a bunch of sectors start turning green from red, that could be an indication that we're going to start climbing here. A 15-second has gone into a sell, but we're making a move up. Netflix is just on a tear. I don't really want to jump in early, but it does feel strong. I think if I had a clearer head and wasn't kind of dealing with a headache this morning, I probably would have bought my first piece right now. Amazon's still the weakest out of the main I watch. Google's very choppy. Netflix is the strongest. Ticks are getting stronger, but still negative. Some selling pressure coming in. Choppy though, guys. Look at the candles on a 1 minute chart. That's very wiki for a 1 minute. Just looking at the wicks, you know, because it's a short time frame, you shouldn't see. Oh, here we go. Some selling coming in. We have now sold the 1 minute, so the 15-second was correct. Nice buying on this candle. We've maintained VWAP in the ES. We are now at VWAP in the NQ. So let's see if we can take it out and try to make a move higher. I'll be honest with you, my bias to the upside is getting weaker, but we will see. Amazon continues to be weak, and Tesla and Netflix continue to be strong. And Carvana is flat, in my opinion. Down 2%, but that's pretty flat as far as from the open. Tesla looks like it's going to go tag 250 at the least. Nice buying here in Netflix. Getting pretty close to 450. That would be my target for the day. Selling. ES has lost VWAP. NQ went up to VWAP and lost it, so continue to watch here. Nice buying here coming up. And Tesla has cracked the 250 that I expected it to go to. And wow. And more nice buying here in Netflix. Sorry, I do have a Netflix swing on, so I do need to see how that's doing. I don't want to lose the ground I made up here. Okay. Let's see what we want to do here. Nice buying, nice buying, nice buying. Here we go, guys. Get ready. Get ready. Golly, chop fest. Might be a good day to have sat out here. Okay, we've got a buy signal on the 15 second. Let's see if we can get back above here. Very choppy. Only 2 sectors are green from the open. Energies and communications. Here we go. I'll probably take one more stab at it. But got to be cautious of a flush out because I'm probably not the only one that indicated that's a key level. Here we go. Get ready. As I mentioned before, if I was probably a little less cautious today, I probably would have already gotten my piece. Netflix starting to show some weakness. There's the above. See how it quickly rejected it? It's key level, other people know it. I'm going to take a piece here and I'm going to sell it. Probably could have waited for my target. Amazon is getting healthier. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Target should go. I'm not going to be a part of it, but I do think we'll get up to the 10 level now. Nice buying here in Ambit. Yeah, this is good buying. Should hit this 10. Looks like it's going to go get it pretty soon here, guys. If I can get a buy here, that would be great. But because we're right at that 15,500, it's just a such a round number that can influence the market in itself. Back in the days of no charts and just ticker tape, you would see explosion through round figures because everyone would be waiting for it. Now with the algorithms and such, not like it used to be. But that was before my time in trading, but from what I've read. Selling coming in a logical area. So you would maintain bullishness. This would be people taking profits. But we are under VWAP and ES. But we have some sectors starting to divide here. Some selling again coming in. I mentioned that we could see some selling again, remember, guys? Okay, we've got selling across the board. ES is weaker than NQs. Infotech is trying to go green on the morning. Big sell there in Google, but Google's pretty flat. We do have the dollar kind of climbing here since the open, and on the other side of the coin, VIX has come down since the open. Some nice buyback here. Still think we would like to see a move here to this 510. Tesla's strong. High of the days. Well, no one else is making high of the days. But I've got a key level here at Tesla at 252. It looks like maybe 50% from all-time highs to swing lows. I don't really have time to look to confirm that, but definitely a key level of 252, and it's pushed back again off of it. There's more selling coming in here, guys. We are below value area in ES. We can see how this holds up. Low of the days in Amazon. Low of the days in Google. Dollar continues to climb. We've lost VWAP now in NQs. But if we buy it back right away, that'll be somewhat promising. Again, just extreme chop, guys. No clear direction. Not every day is going to be the day you should be trading. So just because you're in front of the computer and you can, does not mean you should. Coming back up to my level. Again, sells off right away. Those are good indications that your levels are right when you're seeing responsive trading. All right, looks good for a buy here. Now, this is a good indication for me that maybe I should just be done. I should have bought the contract here, and I just didn't click it. I think just because I'm not feeling great, I really don't want to deal with also thinking about a red day. Red day for me. Being a day trader, I'm less concerned about the overall movement. Right? Because I'm in and out. So, if you want to be a day trader, you have to be able to take longs and shorts. You can't have a complete bias one way or the other unless you're a trend follower or momentum trader, but you have to be able to trade both ways. Infotech is now green. Energy is back to over 0.5%. So this is good. Remember when I said we should kind of come back and get some buyers in this area? So we flushed down below that level, and now we're coming down and we're kind of having a more difficult time getting lower. But ticks remain weak. No positive ticks yet in NQs or ES. We have regained the VWAP though very quickly in NQs and almost 2 VWAP here in ES. Maybe we'll see a quick little sell-off here before the final push to my next level. Okay. Might want to make a buy here. But as much as we can't get higher, we can't get lower. Very choppy. Not a lot of momentum to the upside. Squeeze indicator, very similar to the TTM squeeze indicator that a lot of people use nowadays. Glad I didn't buy a piece there. Just as much as I can kind of feel like I know when the market can't go lower, I can kind of tell when it can't get higher. And it's a very, very choppy open. We should have bigger swings, high and low. Which just tells you there's a lot of indecision. And also, having a distribution day is not a bad thing either. ES never got up to VWAP, and now is almost at lows of the day. But keep an eye on it. Things just feel weak. But thanks again for being here. VIX has shot higher. Dollar's shooting higher. That's bad for equities, guys. Keep an eye out for things here. You might want to be setting up for the downside. My 15-second indicator has gone short, so and we did just hit lows of the day in ES. See if we get any buying in here. Advanced decline line has gone negative in the S&P and still maintaining negative in NASDAQ. So more stocks are declining than going up. Big tick move here coming up. Let's see if we can get a high tick of the day. You know, this is a good time to say, like, sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't take. By me not being sucked in, it's leaving me open to catching something when we actually decide which way we want to go. When you see, essentially bigger movement in the overnight, that just tells you a ton of indecision in the market. So we could be setting up for a flush higher or lower, but we don't know. But, everyone's kind of holding their level right now. Meta's getting close to high of the day. Tesla's sold off a bit from the 252 level. Carvana's kind of coming back down, and the dollar doesn't really show much quit as EVXY continues higher. I'm gonna grab a drink here. Dollar continuing higher. Potential rounding top here in Netflix, which is not ideal. A rounding top is an indication of exhaustion. Market keeps trying to go higher and it just can't. We've lost VWAP now in the NQ. Seeing some exhaustion. Probably want to hit lows of the day. Low of the day is right here at 450. So I would expect us to want to at least test a little bit lower, maybe testing low in the overnight as well. But no movement. Feels like maybe everyone's taking an extra day off like I should have. But I told you guys I was going to be here, so it was important to me that I was. Next time, I'll just be able to make a post and let you guys know if something comes up. Getting pretty close to the low of the day. Not seeing any indications of strength. Actually seen quite a few indications of weakness. Large topping tails on the 15-minute in pretty much every stock I'm looking at right now. Looks like we did just break. I wasn't paying attention. But for a brief second, we did move to high tick of the day, and yes, still have not had a positive tick in NQs yet today. But it does feel very slow across the board here, guys. And if you look from the open, we opened higher. That's where I took my first trade, kind of going above it. We tested a little bit higher, and then we can't really get above that level. Then here we flushed down, but a nice buy, nice strong move up. But again, as I mentioned, here we go, free trade. Just gave you, I think at the time, about 15 points that we would break, just at least break that level. It should have been, if you had gone long, you would have maybe had to stop here and maybe moving it up. But it makes sense for us to test lower there. So again, even though this trade had a lot of heat against us, this 1 minute short, it ended up being a good short, and we were short on the 15 seconds. So if you have indicators that can help you stay on the right side of the market, then they're helpful. A lot of people act like they're getting away from this kind of thing, but an algorithm needs indicators and data. So I still find a lot of value in it, depending on what exactly I'm doing. Low of the day now in Amazon. Let's see if we can get ticks positive. See how long we sit here too. That's a good indicator here. You know, if we look, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes later, we hit highs of the day. So we want to see similar strength now. Otherwise, the chop fest will continue, and I might be ending the stream even earlier. Right? Because the last time it came down here, it only took 5 minutes to hit highs of the day. So we will see here. And this is the life of a trader. This is the real thing. So, you know, like my girlfriend would often wonder if I'm doing anything if she saw me at the computer right now. But just because you're not in a trade doesn't mean you're not still trading, right? The best traders wait for their setup, wait for their perfect entry point, and then get in. The traders that lose, so I heard something yesterday. If you guys don't know, I am a prop trader. I am trading a demo account right now, or an evaluation account, and a company in Canada. If you haven't heard, my Forex funds has been shut down. They apparently had a brokerage, and they were, potentially selling parts of their company and not properly registering things. So we'll see what happens there. But during that, another CEO mentioned that 95% of the traders that come through their funnel do not make money. So if you're part of the 5%, congratulations. But this is kind of like playing poker, right? It doesn't take much to learn how to do it, but to become an expert at it could take a lifetime. Looks like we're going to go positive here, though. Ticks have been getting stronger. But none of my other bots are telling me anything, so the chop continues. Kind of a mixed bag as far as some of my bots. Within the last 2 minutes, we have exited the Adobe position. We have gone long Tesla, exited Restoration Hardware, exited Amazon, gone long Microsoft, and gone long Netflix. So we'll see. I guess this would have been a good day to just go ahead and skip. I think that's the hardest thing about being a full-time trader is knowing when the markets are open Monday through Friday and still giving yourself mental health days if you don't feel good, just not trading. Just because you can doesn't mean you should trade. And I find that I can either be like I am today, where I'm more cautious, which has probably hurt me on a trade or two today, or I can be way too aggressive. And so I find that if I can avoid a weekday, long run, that's for the better, even though I might not make money that day. I also avoid losing money, and that's just as good. So, new low of the day. Ticks can't get positive. Nope. Positive tick just registered. I go and say that, and now we've had, nope, just lost it. So, I watch ticks on a 1 minute basis. Amazon remains weak. Energy is the only sector that's getting stronger, in my opinion. Industrial's down over 1% from the open. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I got to make sure those every month the S&P rebalances. So I'm looking at it and I know it's wrong. So I apologize if I've been giving you the wrong data. I can just tell by looking at it that my percentages are off. So when I go offline, I'll make sure that's right for tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Nice buy-in. We're going long in the 15-second. Again, I mentioned I expected us to be a little stronger off the bounce of the low of the day, but we are getting some buying in here. But no positive ticks yet. And we are still below VWAP in ES and NQ. VWAP being volume weighted average price. Nice buy on the 15-second. We are positive on the 5, negative on the 10 and hour or 15 and hourly. Nice buy. I think we're gonna have our first positive tick in ES too. Very, very slow. This feels like trading in the overnight or on Sunday. Just no real movement. Very little volume. If I was to look at volume, I'd imagine it's down. Tesla trying to get back to 252. Carvana weak. Nvidia selling off a little bit. The dollar remains strong. Crude is up. Getting some more buying in here. Might be an opportunity to kind of see if we can go tag that 90 level. We're back at 252 in Tesla. That'd have been a nice trade if you're into trading stocks. I'm not sure I would get a double alert on that. I've got to check those, make sure those are firing correctly. A sell and alter. I don't like that it does it. If anyone can comment why I can't change the way the alerts are shown. Alter. Okay, Altair went short. So this is a day trade only. It closes out by the end of the day. So on the 5-minute level, we have real no indication long and one indication short. But you could argue we should probably start to do a little bit of test higher. We have had one positive tick in ES, not one yet in NQ, which is honestly shocking. But you could argue if we can maintain the inability to go positive in ticks, that we should continue to flush lower. There's a market internal, and it could be a leading indicator that the market may be headed higher by price, but kind of a weak climb higher. But Apple's showing some strength. Maybe we can get a move here above 188.50. NQs has regained. There's a level. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe we take one more stab at the move to 51.10. But I don't like trading for more than a minute at a time. I like to get my 5 points right away. And I can be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of trading right now on TradingView. So we'll continue to watch, but I like to kind of enter with target and a stop loss in place, and I can adjust accordingly. So I do know it's possible, so I'm going to have to look into that tonight if I'm going to continue to trade through TradingView. Nice move in Apple. It does look like we want to test higher here. Our advanced decline line is positive, but only 3 out of 11 sectors are green right now. And some of the smaller ones, communication, staples, and energy are green. All the other ones are down. I really don't know if I should take another trade. It's just very, very slow. Another not getting back up to VWAP, back at VWAP and NQ. Right at it. Going short here on the 15-second. "45 minutes left in my trading day. I think I'm more excited to walk away. This is not a market trade, right? If you wait for your setup, it'll allow you to take on size. And if you can take on size and wait for it and have the right risk to reward, you don't need to trade every day. I've gone long Tesla, got out of an Adobe position and out of a Rivian position. We lost VWAP and NQ, but looking to regain it. Ticks are weak. 1 minute has gone short. Regaining VWAP and NQ. So NQs are stronger than ES. But everything feels just very, very slow. So maybe we're going to see some strong movements in the overnight or tomorrow. But does not look like we're going to see any movements today. That could change 9:30 or power hour. We are above that threshold in Tesla, though. Let's see if it can hold the 252. "15-second was right on again. Taking note that on the hourly, we are short, but making a little bit of climb out of here. Nice buying here. Let's see if Apple can get to highs of the morning session here. Still down on the day, but high since the open. Can't do it. Failing right now. There we go. Nice buying in here. NQ above VWAP. Nice move here. We did hit high of the day here in Apple from the open. We are long in the 15-second. So let's see if we can get above that 87. There we go. Let's see if we can go now. Continue to fail. You have lower highs and higher lows. But it is a 1 minute, so not as trustworthy. I'm going to take one last stab here, try to get back up to that level. Not looking good though. Come on. Let me get a sell order in here. More failure. I'm going to lower it. I got taken out there for a small profit. Pretty much should be my last trade. I am just, now there's that move I wanted, but I don't have any patience today. I don't have any confidence. I don't feel good. Not a day I should trade. Bought right at the 1 minute signal, an early flip. But Apple is about to close the gap from Friday. So and Tesla has hit 253, so that's kind of strong there. There's my target, 5 points I would have had if I could just wait 2 minutes, but because I couldn't even wait 2 minutes, I don't really know if you guys want to sit here and watch me just look at the screens, but I think I might be dropping off here a little early today. Oh, very choppy, guys. But if we can get the dollar to start to move lower, that could be good for equities. Nice move. So would have got 5 points on that trade if I just give myself a little more time. So if I was using more size today, felt normal, felt confident, I would have hit my target already. But I'm trading one contract at a time. I trade as really many as 5. So we are climbing, but ticks are still weak, so that's a little bit of a flag there. Tesla has lost, right around 253. Does Netflix want to go tag 250 or 450? Maybe. I don't see how we don't get up to the 510 level at some point today. It should at least touch it. There it is. Well, I didn't take it, but I just called it out. So, new high of the day. We have broke back above the RC. Now, these spots I'm not really impressed with lately, so we'll keep an eye on it, but something's going on with this Altair one. We got a buy in Virgo here. Nice move. Called it. So, just based on pre-market levels, right? If you've got a level here, and you're looking at the overnight, so let's go all the way back since I don't really feel like trading. So you have the open here at 4 o'clock on Sunday. That's for me in Mountain Time. Right in the level, kind of above that 10 level that I expected. Come back below, stay in the range for quite a bit. It's kind of a long time to be in a range. Drop below, come back above, test, fail, get shot way down. 100-point drop in the overnight. That's a pretty big cut. Came back, regained all the way back up. And so when you see this, like 3 minutes is perfect. I mean, that's perfect. You know the level is important. Come back. Get closer, fail again. Look above, fail. And then here we are at the open. Failure right at the open. Flush down to a new low. Then we go up to a new high. We got a lower low, lower high, so you know there's some concern there. But as I mentioned around this area, I didn't take the trade, but I said we should break this level, which we did. Took us a few minutes to gain traction, but now we have kind of a lower high here, but now we have a higher high and a lower low. So bias is naturally to the upside, but so we closed the gap in Apple. That was the kind of the push there. But sold off right away. Tesla below 253 now. And Netflix got up to 449.40 and sold off a bit here. So this could be natural selling here. What I mean by natural is just short-term traders taking their profit. Remember how I said we can't get positive on ticks? So, to me, you could argue I expected us to get to here, but at the same time we should begin to kind of fail because the internals of the market are weak. Even though price was going higher, ticks weren't doing anything. So now we've lost VWAP in ES and about to touch it in NQ. Now let's look at some other charts. Kind of look at it like an opportunity to do a little homework for tomorrow. So looking at this one, some key levels. Came up, kind of tested it. I expect somewhat of a move there, but we don't have to make it right away. I'll have to see if I have a couple of things I need to do to get this right, but still above all of our CPI prints. So we know that there is going to be CPI prints later this month. We're going to have FOMC, so we could chop around until we find new market direction. Did not come down to the average VWAP there. Closed the short for a loss. We went long in Virgo, but that's been a bad trade so far, so we'll watch that one. A little bit larger time frames here. Still day trade, so we should be out. These are some swings. Be great to not have to do this every time I open a different window here. Oh, we do have a long here on a 1 minute. On my Gandalf 1 minute. I don't know why I don't have alerts on that. I'll have to fix that again later today. Came back down to this level here. Now let's see if we can get some support. So I'll stick around with you guys for another 30 minutes. Ticks crashing. Not one positive tick today, so again, my bias would be lower. Six more minutes of my trading day. I think I'm going to take the $206 and run. Just very, very slow and choppy. Nothing to really focus on. See if we can't just so we got 6 points the first time, a few points, 3.25 the second time, 4 points the third time. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, I lowered it, or sorry, 1.5 the third time. So 3 small trades, but I am green on the day, and we'll take that and go home. Unless I can get some crazy movement here in the next 25 minutes, as I've gone through things, it just not looking strong at all. What's going on with the dollar? Dollar climbing back up a little bit. Tesla back to 252. Carvana kind of itching lower. If we get positive ticks, though, she could climb pretty easily higher. But one of those days, just a slow Monday, or sorry, Tuesday, day after a holiday. Looks like a few more people might have taken this day off. Let's just go ahead and look at one thing here. I'll share this with you guys. So we have unemployment claims on Thursday. Some things tomorrow. I really only look at things specific to the U.S. So we have FOMC on Thursday. So there could be some movement in the afternoon. But unemployment claims on Thursday should move the market a bit. Some of these. Looking into next week, that's really when the fireworks will start. Next Wednesday we get core CPI, and then next Thursday we get PPI. And so those will definitely move the market. And then the following week we have FOMC. So look for that big movement in 2 weeks. So not a lot this week on the economic calendar. So you could see a lot of people could just be kind of taking an extra day or taking the whole week off and preparing to hit the ground running next week. So something to be aware of. Some nice buying here. But terrible ticks. Advanced decline lines negative. We did hold perfect on the VWAP. So that is bullish that you go right to it and bounce right off of it. So there's people buying at the VWAP. So there could be a slight bias long there. But overall, quite a boring day. I will trade for another 21 minutes with you guys, and then I am going to head home and get some rest for tomorrow and get things back in order so that we don't have any issues like we did today. And we'll go from there. Nice movement up in ticks here. So that was 1 minute ago. Ticks might have kind of given you an indication that we could have some sentiment change here. If we can get ticks positive, we're going to start to roll. Netflix is 50 cents or less off of 450. It's 14 cents away. It's got to tag 450. It went as high as 449.86. Ticks are positive. There we go, guys. We might make a run for high of the day here. 449.92. But you gotta say bias is somewhat to the downside. One positive tick. Not ideal, gentlemen. Very, very slow. Nice buying here in Apple. Ticks hanging out just below the zero line, so if we can get some strength, guys, we might be going higher, but bias for me is still to the downside. Netflix is sold off $1 right before hitting 450. So clearly a lot of people selling right below that round number. But that is an indicator she could fly after if she hits that 450 figure. because it means it's buying out all the stops. Well, I kind of was expecting a little bit more eventful day today, but it does make sense. It's slow. Just a lot of chop. Not good market to dive into at first. But ticks are not going lower, so let's see if we can get a positive tick. Here goes the price. Tick's about to go positive, so we could see a little push up here higher. Should tag that number again. So if you wanted 5 points, you probably will get it here. So this could be trade number 5 for me, but I'm not going to take it. I will say, though, it does look like we're going to set up for a move. Ticks are positive in just the ES. I have not gone positive for 1 minute in NQ, which is pretty crazy. I mean, and not even for 1 minute did they have a positive tick read. That's you don't see that a lot. And you've only had 4 minutes of positive tick reads on the ES, so this could kind of be building to trap longs. Or we could see a shift, so. Nice buy here. Just about 13 more minutes of trading here with you guys. Thanks again for being here. I apologize it wasn't an eventful day too much, but 3 trades, 3 profits, and I had a 4th, but I didn't take it. But if you did, congratulations. Hopefully you guys come here to learn. Don't trade just because I am. And do not follow me blindly, please. That's not what this is about. You guys are on a delay. And for me, my trades are usually less than 1 minute, so by the time you're in, I might be already out. So please don't follow my trades blindly. Please make your own decisions. I'm just here to help you formulate your overall thoughts on the market, where you think it's going to go, and how you might learn something. So we'll see here. Ticks have gone back positive, so we might be trying to make a move higher. We've good amount of reason to do it. I mentioned we should tag this level here, so Adobe's having a really nice day though. There you go. Hit the level. So you had 5 points there. More if you held on longer. Because once it broke through, right, you would, if you had targeted this and just had your stop right at your entry, there you go. So you could have collected 15 points almost. So 5 trades, I took 3 of them, but if you took all 5, you'd be sitting pretty today. Ticks are climbing now, so the rally could be on now. We have a long in 15 second and 30 seconds, so we could begin to make a little bit of a run here. If ticks, there we go. We had our first tick reading in NQs that went positive right here. So we could be finally climbing higher here, guys. Ten more minutes for me, though. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you're not subscribed, please do. I go live as much as possible trading nowadays. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully I can continue on. What did I mention? So I've given you 2 stock trades. I gave you Tesla to 252 from 251, that it was going to go touch that. And I just gave you Netflix. So we are now into the gap. So you could argue we can make a move back to fill the gap. But if we look at what I mentioned, I said when it goes over 450, it's going to rip. And it's $2. Look at this. It goes right up. It goes up to 290, 249.92. Sells off. Goes to the bottom of the gap. And absolutely rips. So I told you guys that once it breaks 450, it's going to fly. So I guess I've given you 7 trades today. Look at the volume that came in at that 450. So people that buy stops above 450, buy because the market exploded. So these are buyers. They were ready to buy above 450. You have $2.50 in profit already. There you go. And there's the tag on that level that I said we would hit. So 8 moves we could have made today. And I took 3 of them. So Apple's strong. Ticks are now starting to be up. We've got another positive tick reading on Qs that gives us 2. So I kind of mentioned we could start to climb here later in the day, especially if ticks got into line. So that move, so just take note of that with Netflix. It hit 450. And in 3 minutes, it shot up over $2. So those are the kind of things you want to see. Again, round numbers do that quite a bit. It's a logical spot for someone to have a buy stop above the market. We are at value area high now for Apple. Highs of the day in Meta. Highs of the day in Adobe. Highs of the day in Tesla. Highs of the day in Netflix. Carvana's weak. Nvidia is kind of weak. But Infotech is wanting to go pretty green here. But let's see, guys. I mean, hopefully you guys have made a couple more trades than I did, and you've learned something today and gotten value from it. I appreciate it. But I didn't even want to trade today. I didn't feel good. I'm exhausted from traveling. So I'm happy I traded with small size and didn't get aggressive. Even though I didn't hit my target for the day, I'll take a green day. Gets me closer to my goal and closer to more cash outs. You know I've got some good levels though when you see that. Right? I mean, this line was here well before price went there. And that's why you keep on price levels if they continue to be respected. Five more minutes. Gone long in the 15-minute. Also, you could have had, just looking at Netflix again, just so everyone kind of understands what can happen. If we look at this on a larger time frame, if you were short, you would there'd be another logical reason why you would start to call it is we've now entered the gap. This gap came back from July, and majority of gaps fill. You have a gap here that filled pretty quickly. There's a smaller gap here that filled very quickly. So here's a gap, but you can see all the way over here it filled. So now you have nice buying here, a gap up, covers the gap, makes its move. And so we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Monday. So 6. So big movement up. Got into the gap. So we'll see what happens with Netflix. But things are mixed. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, you guys had a positive day like I did, but I am going to go ahead and shut things down. It is just time for me to call it a day. Not enough movement. Probably was better off to trade stocks today, which I can always consider doing with you guys in the future. I just have been really focused on prop trading. It's a profitable venture for me, and the scalability is phenomenal with so many prop firms out there. But stay safe, guys. Don't go heavy today. Whatever you do, don't go heavy. Today's not the day to go heavy. So thanks again for being here, guys. Sorry for the issues this morning, but everyone have a great day, and take care. We'll see you.